Okay, so hello everyone. Good morning, all of you, and let's begin for today's class. So, if you remember that last time we people have done with unit number 3, and that was about oral communication. So, everyone just take note of this that many of the times, wherever and whenever you are thinking of your career, you have to connect yourself with your communication. So you need to constantly think, am I improving on the basis of communication? There are so many aspects of your career that you people have to work on. One of them will be of this communication. So if you think that right now you are not able to speak English, that's fine, but you have to start speaking English. Until and unless you are not going to start speaking English, you are not going to understand it. So for online students, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Then pay attention. So if you are right now, you may be having fear of speaking in English. So what happens usually? So the things like this, sometimes we are speaking alone, or maybe we are alone. That time we try to speak English, but if we have to speak in front of other people, it may be in front of our class, it may be in front of our teachers. In that case, we have a lot of fear or nervousness that prevents us from communicating. So how to रिमूव्ह दॅट फिअर? एखाद्या गोष्टीविषयी असलेली भीती आपण कशी दूर केली पाहिजे? फॉर एक्झाम्पल, फॉर स्विमिंग, म्हणजे पोहण्याची खूप भीती वाटते, तर मग ती पोहण्याची भीती, पाण्याची भीती कशी कमी होईल? त्यासाठी तुम्हाला पाण्यात उतरायला पाहिजे वारंवार. इफ यू जस्ट ट्राय टू लर्न, इन दॅट केस यू पीपल विल जस्ट रिमूव्ह द फिअर ऑफ स्विमिंग और वॉटर. सिमिलरली आता इंग्लिश बोलण्याची खूप भीती वाटते, तर मग काय करायला पाहिजे? बोललं पाहिजे, तरच ते कमी होणार आहे. तर तुम्हाला जर असं वाटत असेल की वन डे आय विल लर्न फ्लुएंट इंग्लिश कम्युनिकेशन अँड देन माय एव्हरीथिंग विल बी ओके, or something like this, if you're thinking, you're never going to speak English. So therefore you start today. So whatever you did yesterday or previously, or maybe in the last 1 to 3 months, it doesn't matter. But if you today realize that English is important for you and you need to speak English, today onwards everybody try to speak. Everybody wants to improve English, but nobody is starting. So reality is that everybody wants to improve English, but nobody is speaking English. So that has to be avoided. You can create a kind of atmosphere where you people are at least trying to speak English. Okay, so if you try, then there will be a kind of environment, everybody is speaking English, reacting, responding in English. In that case, it will become maybe convenient for all of you also. And you people can also get encouraged, and your confidence will be increased if you start speaking English. So if you think that my friends are not speaking, they may laugh at me, they may make fun of me, in that case you will try to avoid. So don't think what others will say, what others will think of you. Let them think whatever they are going to think, let them make fun of you. Even then also you people need to continue. One of the goals of your, it should be communicating in English. So maybe up to this semester is about to end. So you need to check whether you people are having any progress as far as English communication is concerned. If you don't feel that there is no change at all, then you are following a wrong path. You need to change it. So accordingly, you just make a plan every day. At the end of the day, you're not going to sleep, you're not going to bed if you have not done anything for English communication. So accordingly, you just take note of it. So unit number 3 was based on oral communication only. And so again, I would like to tell you people, you focus, you concentrate, you spend more time for oral communication, because for listening, you people can listen and understand. For speaking, we have to work a lot. For reading, we do not have much difficulties, but for only speaking, we have to face the problem. So you focus on oral communication. So in today's session, we people will just a kind of a revision on this. Unit number 4 we people will do in short. So what is name of unit number 4? Unit number 4, we just finished unit number 3. It was all about oral communication, and in that we discussed in 3.1, it was conversations. Then unit number 4 is about reading comprehension. Okay, so just take note of it. That is also equally important. So you, in the last ISCU, people attempted one question based on this reading comprehension. So how was that? It was quite simple. But you know that why this reading comprehension might have included in the syllabus? काय हे syllabus मध्ये include केलं असेल? काय कारण? ते जास्त अवघड वाटू नये, खूप सोपं जावं, किंवा पॅसेज मधून उत्तर लिहायचे म्हणलं की सोपं असतं. का? कारण क्वेश्चन तिथं दिलेले असतात. मग क्वेश्चन मधले कीवर्ड शोधायचे आणि मग पॅसेज मध्ये शोधायचं. क्वेश्चन मधला कीवर्ड कुठं पॅसेज मध्ये दिसतोय, त्या पॅसेज मधली ती लाईन, पुढची एक लाईन, मागची एक लाईन आणि ती एक लाईन, असे 3 लाईन्स लिहिले की कुठेतरी उत्तर लागतेच. म्हणून रिडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन घातलं का सिलेबस मध्ये. व्हॉट इज पर्पज?
To interact with the English.
ओके. कशासाठी? तर पॅसेज केअरफुली रीड करणं हा पर्पज तर आहेच आहे. तुम्ही कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह आणि आउटकम दिलेत बघा, त्यामध्ये CO4 आणि आउटकम 4 वाचा आणि सांगा मला काय कोर्स ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह मधला चौथा ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय? टू नर्चर
reading and comprehension skill of the students.
हा, रीडिंग अँड कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन स्किल ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स. पर्पज हा आहे का आपल्याला ह्याच्याबद्दल विचार करायचा, तर आपली रीडिंग आणि जे कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन आहे ना, हे चांगलं झालं पाहिजे. त्याच्यासाठी हे आपल्या सिलेबस मध्ये इन्क्लूड केलं. आणि मग हे रीडिंग अँड कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन जर आपण हे व्यवस्थित केलं, तर मग ते आउटकम मध्ये मग काय येणार आहे? मग काय आउटकम? स्टुडंट विल बी एबल टू काय करू शकतात मग स्टुडंट?
Answer the questions based on the passage.
आन्सर द क्वेश्चन्स मध्ये अशा प्रकारचे पॅसेज हे फक्त तुम्हाला इथंच नाहीये, तर कुठं असणार आहेत? कॉम्पिटेटिव्ह एक्झाम्स कुठल्याही, तुम्ही MPSC UPSC विचार करत असाल किंवा बऱ्याच ठिकाणी इव्हन प्लेसमेंट मध्ये असतो, एखादा पॅसेज किंवा एखादी सिच्युएशन दिलेली असते आणि त्यावरती क्वेश्चन्स दिलेले असतात. हे झालं इथपुरतं. आता पुढे नेक्स्ट यू थिंक ऑफ युअर जॉब. पुढे तुम्हाला जॉब लागला कुठल्या तरी कंपनीमध्ये, यू आर गोइंग टू वर्क. ओके. आता तिथं कसं हे युजफुल ठरणार आहे? कारण तिथं सुद्धा तुम्ही जॉब करता म्हणजे असं आहे का मी गेलो ऍट 9 o'clock, माझं काम केलं आणि माघारी आलो. इट इज नॉट लाईक दिस. सो पीपल आर गोइंग टू गेट सम ईमेल्स, सम डॉक्युमेंट्स, नोटिसेस, लेटर्स. खूप सारे डॉक्युमेंट्स तुमच्याकडे येत असणार आहेत ना. मग ते तुम्ही काय करणार आहात तिथं? ते तुम्हाला रीड करायचंय. फक्त रीडच करायचंय का? यू हॅव टू अंडरस्टँड देम ऑल्सो. सो ते सुद्धा काय आहे? एक प्रकारचं रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेन्शनच आहे. पण फक्त तिथं काय क्वेश्चन्स नसणार आहेत. पॅसेजवरती इथं जसे क्वेश्चन आहे तिथं क्वेश्चन्स नसणार आहेत. त्याऐवजी काय असणार आहे? तुम्हाला ज्या कारणासाठी ती माहिती प्रोव्हाइड केलेली आहे त्या माहितीचा उपयोग तुम्हाला करायचा. म्हणजे पुढं फर्दर प्रोसेस, इन्स्ट्रक्शन किंवा काही चेंज जे काय असेल ते त्या इन्फॉर्मेशन मधून तुम्हाला समजून घ्यायचंय. मग तुम्हाला जर रिडिंगची हॅबिट असेल, जर तुम्ही वाचून समजू शकत असाल, तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्हाला ईमेल वाचताना किंवा एखादा डॉक्युमेंट असेल किंवा एखादं काही लेटर असेल तर ते वाचताना तिथं डिफिकल्टी फेस करावी लागणार नाही. पण जसं आता आपण बघितलं, एखाद्या गोष्टी जर आपण करतच नसू तर ती इट बिकम्स टोटली न्यू फॉर अस आणि मग ते आपल्याला कळायला डिफिकल्टी होतात. तर आतापासून जर आपण काय करायचंय, हे रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन सुद्धा आपण फॉलो करायचंय. मग याच्यासाठी काय फक्त पॅसेजेस वाचलं पाहिजे असं नाही. मी तुम्हाला रिडिंग साठी सांगितलं इंग्लिशमध्ये काय काय वाचू शकता तुम्ही इंग्लिश साठी. रिडिंग साठी काय काय फॉलो करू शकतो आपण? न्यूजपेपर आहे, अजून
Books. Different
बुक्स आहेत, डिफरंट बुक्स. So if you like story books, there are story books. If you like novels, you can read novels. If you like technical books आहेतच, जर्नल्स असतात, मॅगझिन्स असतात, एसेज असतात, कॉमिक्स असतात, पोएम्स असतात. सो यू कॅन स्टार्ट रिडिंग देम वेदर यू लाईक युअर डोंट लाईक. म्हणजे कदाचित काही लोकांना आवडत नाही रिडिंग, काही लोकांना फक्त म्हणजे दिस डेज वी हॅव स्मार्टफोन्स इन अवर हँड, वाचण्यापेक्षा पीपल प्रेफर टू वॉच व्हिडिओज. पण यू डेव्हलप युअर रिडिंग स्किल्स ऑल्सो इक्वली. इंग्लिशमध्ये तर, मराठीमध्ये आय डोंट नो हाऊ मच यू आर कॉन्व्हर्संट इन रिडिंग, पण इंग्लिशमध्ये इंग्लिश वाचता आलं पाहिजे. तर वाचताना सुद्धा बऱ्याच मुलांचा प्रॉब्लेम असा आहे की वाचता येतं, अगदी फडफड इंग्लिशमध्ये वाचू शकतात, पण त्यातला अर्थ मात्र काहीच कळत नाही असं होतं. सो अगेन हिअर वी आर लॅकिंग विथ व्होकॅब्युलरी. आपले शब्दार्थ फार कमी पडतात. सो वी आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टँड इट. सो यू जस्ट वर्क ऑन व्होकॅब्युलरी ऑल्सो. सो यू आर एबल टू रीड ॲज वेल एज यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टँड ऑल्सो. वाचलेलं आपल्याला कळायला सुद्धा पाहिजे. सो त्यासाठी रिडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन इज included here in your syllabus. So this title of this unit says reading comprehension So reading, all we people know, we read books, we read so many things on internet. You have blogs and different websites are there which provide you so much information about this, so you can start reading about them. Additionally, I will also suggest की जेव्हा तुम्ही मार्केट मधून काहीतरी विकत आणता, फॉर एक्झाम्पल एखादं पॅकेट तुम्ही विकत घेतलं असेल, कशाचं असेल, फूड असेल, काही म्हणजे आपण दुकानातून जे काही विकत घेतो, फॉर एक्झाम्पल तुम्ही कुरकुरे घेतलं, तर ते आपण जस्ट यूज इट फॉर इटिंग, खाल्लं आणि फेकून दिलं. पण काय करायचं मग, यू जस्ट रीड एंटायरली, त्यावरती काय काय दिलंय, फ्रॉम त्यांचं ब्रँड काय, नाव काय, त्यांचं इन्ग्रेडियंट्स काय आहेत, त्याचे मॅन्युफॅक्चरिंग डेट कधी, एक्सपायरी डेट कधी, हे सगळं म्हणजे व्हेन वी आर हॅव्हिंग टाइम, मग असं हे सगळं वाचलं पाहिजे. म्हणजे आपल्याला अशी सवय असली पाहिजे की जे काही आपल्याकडे येतं, काही असू द्या मग ते आपण वाचून काढायचं, सुरुवातीपासून शेवटपर्यंत जेवढा वेळ आहे आपल्याकडे तेवढा. म्हणजे कुठलंही डॉक्युमेंट, एखादं पेज येऊ द्या, अगदी तुम्ही असंच काहीतरी वडापाव खाताना एखादं पेज आलं तुमच्या हातामध्ये, ते त्याच्यावरचं कंटेंट पण वाचून काढायचं. कधी एखादं तिकीट आलं, कशाचं तिकीट आहे, त्या तिकिटावरचं सगळं फ्रॉम स्टार्ट टू एंड वाचून काढायचं. सो दॅट विल हेल्प यू. त्यामुळे काय काय होते बघा, तुमचं वाचन तर होते, तुमची व्होकॅब्युलरी वाढते, आणि एखादा शब्द जिथं जिथं आपल्याला कळत नाही ते आपण मग सायमल्टेनियसली डिक्शनरीमध्ये आपण चेक करू शकतो ना. सो फॉर दॅट यू डेव्हलप युअर रिडिंग हॅबिट. काही असू द्या मग ते, आणि कधी कधी काहीच कळणार नाही, कधी कधी कळेल, पण त्याच्यामधून मात्र वाचनाची सवय तुमची वाढू शकते. सो यू कॅन गो फॉर दॅट. So comprehension, what is meaning of comprehension? What do you mean by comprehension? Understanding, म्हणजे वाचनासोबत तुम्हाला ते कळायला सुद्धा पाहिजे. So for that, so here some tips. Already we have done it, म्हणजे we were not planning to go for it, but let's see, there are some information about it and some tips that we people can follow. So let's go to the next slide and try to work on it. Okay, so I just explained it, but once again, pay attention. What is reading comprehension? Reading comprehension is an ability. Ability what? Ability to understand something. So what is something? Whatever you are reading, that you are going to understand. What is reading comprehension? An exercise where content is understood, incorporated, and produced in own words. So here you just try to understand. It says that you are going to read it, you are going to understood it, you are going to incorporate it. Incorporate means that you are going to think over it. Okay, so it is not only sufficient to just read. Many of the times we are able to read and we get only superficial meaning, only we get clue or idea about, but sometimes you need to understand it completely. And next is important, that reproduced in your own words. So what do you mean by reproduce? For example, you read one paragraph, let's say there is one story or there is one anything that you have read, and then you people have to reproduce it. So you need not to copy as it is, but what you understood, मला जे समजले ते मी माझ्या शब्दात मांडणं, that is reproducing when and where it is required. म्हणजे आता सध्या जर फक्त क्वेश्चनचे आन्सर्स लिहायची इतपतच लिमिटेड आहे, पण at workplace you may just use it for number of reasons. Okay, so for that reason you can reproduce it in your own words. Again remember, we are not going to copy as it is. जे पॅराग्राफ मध्ये आहे किंवा दिलेली इन्फॉर्मेशन ऍज इट इज कॉपी करायची नाहीये. To understand technical as well as non-technical concepts, you people can again think. So it can be about non-technical, like the paragraph you attempted in ISC exam, or it can be sometimes technical concepts also. When you people are going to learn some technical subjects, you'll come across with number of such things where you are going to read, or sometimes you'll come to know in journals or magazines are there, they are dealing with such technical concepts also. So maybe technical might be somewhat difficult to understand, but you just make habitual for reading technical content also. Ideas or messages at workplace. So very important की मार्क मिळवण्यापुरतं आपल्याला लिमिटेड न ठेवता, we are thinking for this, when you are just starting your job, you are fully prepared for reading, understanding, and reacting to that information, data, or what it content your people getting it. Understanding the unfamiliar content by paying careful attention. Okay, so this is very important. So when you are reading, what you are expected to do, So whatever the content that you are reading, that is unfamiliar to you. Unfamiliar means that is unseen. You are not studied like this. So in maybe 10th, you people were having some units 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from that unit, sometimes passages used to come, or there are two types of passages: seen passages and unseen passages. Okay. So, but here you are not going to have any kind of seen passages. Here, whatever you are going to attempt, that will be unseen passage or unfamiliar content. And when you are reading, what is required? Your careful attention is required. If you have just seen the passage that you solved in ISC, it was about what? What was topic of paragraph about?
Concentration.
Yes, it is about concentration. So concentration is really important. So even right now also, whenever whatever you are doing, your concentration is very much important. So if you are here, you want to do anything, let's say this is your goal or target, and if this is your attention concentration, you are required to pay your 100% attention. Okay. So I don't remember in 10th, maybe sometimes, which medium I don't know, some English medium, I think in English medium 10th English, there was one lesson regarding this. So if you have done experiments of that lens, so of paper burning, if you hold a lens in the sun rays, and if you held one paper behind this lens, so what happens, that the rays of sun, they are going in this direction. Okay. And they are parallel rays, they do not meet at one point. Okay. But because of this lens, they happen to come at one point, and the power gets generated, and because of that, the paper gets burned. So same is applicable for our attention. If your attention is concentrated like this, all your energy, all your attention, if you are just applying here, then nothing is impossible for you. You can do anything, you can burn anything, you can burn anything, you can achieve anything whatever you want to do in your life. Okay. So therefore you are required to pay attention. And if this attention is getting scattered, okay, then what will happen? Your energy will get diverted, your concentration will get diverted, your attention will get diverted, and you will not understand. Okay. Yes, any difficulty here? Something is going on. So are you paying attention in mobile? Do you want to pay attention at two things? So if you are just paying attention to the mobile, so you need not to just get diverted. Here I'm talking about that only. So based on your attention, how it becomes simple for us. When you pay attention, your full attention is there, you understand it's better. And when your attention gets scattered, you do not understand it well. If you do not understand, it becomes difficult, complicated. If it becomes difficult, if it becomes complicated, we try to avoid it. Let's take an example of subjects or study. So we prefer to the study subjects which are simple, which are interesting, and we avoid study of the subjects which are tough, difficult, and complicated. So in fact, there is nothing like this simple or complex or complicated or difficult. It is our attitude. It is our way, the way we pay attention to that subject. If you're paying close attention to that subject, you'll come to know that subject becomes very easy. And when your attention gets divided, that time that subject becomes difficult for you. So that has to be avoided. And if you do like this, nothing is complicated, difficult, or that you cannot do. You can do anything. So your careful attention is required to context and reproducing same if you're required. Here while reading, you should not think of anything else. Your whole attention, your complete attention should be on reading what you're reading, which words are there, what content is there, which vocabulary is there, what author is trying to say, what writer is trying to say, that you should try to pay attention. Comprehension is used as a tool to find out how well a candidate understands content and language. So that is why this kind of, I just told you people, these kind of passages you will find in competitive exams also, in MPSC, UPSC also. So what is purpose of having these kind of questions in competitive exam? They wanted to check if that candidate, if that student, he or she understands the content which is that in passage, or he is or she is able to understand the language in which that passage is. Okay, so therefore such kind of questions are there. So you just practice this. So that is the purpose of reading comprehension. Then let's go to the next slide and try to talk about some tips that will be provided to you. Okay, so already you people have done, but once again you people will just read these. Read the given passage carefully. So first of all, instead of this, I will recommend, instead of reading passage, here you can go for questions. Instead of passage, first of all you go for questions. Why? Will tell me. का जायचं क्वेश्चन्स आधी का वाचायचे पॅसेजच्या अगोदर? Because when we people read questions and then we go to passage, then what happens? Immediately we can struck what question is asked and answer might be somewhere in the passage. प्रश्न वाचला की त्या प्रश्नाचं उत्तर काय आहे, पॅसेज वाचताना लगेच क्लिक होतं कुठंतरी. So therefore, first of all, you read question. Don't go for passage immediately. First, read questions, because first 1 or 2 questions are simple factual questions. त्याची उत्तर एकतर एका शब्दात, एका ओळीत आणि पॅसेज मध्ये ऍज इट इज असतात. So therefore, you first read questions and then go for passage. Read the given passage carefully. Again, while reading, you try to understand. Your attention, your concentration should be only on understanding the passage. Try to understand the central idea of the passage. Okay, so just वाचतो तर you should try to understand what is this all about. कशाविषयी आहे हा passage हे समजून घ्यायचंय. So yesterday's passage, it was about what? Concentration. So concentration is the central theme or central idea of the passage. So that you try to find it out from that reading. Read the questions carefully and try to locate answers from given paragraph. So now here you are going to read questions second time. Okay, first here and second time here, and then you are going back, you are referring back to the passage to answer what these questions are and what answer where they are in the passage. If you find any difficult word, try to understand its meaning with reference to the context. Now, here all you people need to understand, when we people are reading, it is not like this that everything we understand. Not all the words we understand. Sometimes some words are simple, we understand their meaning. Sometimes words are difficult and we are not able to understand their meaning. In such case, what we can do? काय करू शकतो आपण? शब्दाचा अर्थ माहिती नाहीये. Suppose there is one sentence and there are 2-3 words. I know the meaning of understand, I know the meaning of author, but I don't know meaning of tone. In that case काय करायचं मग? We can guess the meaning. We can guess the meaning. Okay, it is not necessary ki, and actually we don't know. If reality, if you don't know, that's okay, because it is not going to happen all the time. You know everything, each and every word from that passage. You may know, sometimes may not know. So in such case, you can guess, you can try to understand what it could be. या शब्दाचा किंवा या वाक्याचा अर्थ असा लागत असेल या दोन्हींवरून, तर या शब्दाचा अर्थ काय असू शकतो त्याचा अंदाज बांधण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा, and that is okay. Answer in full sentences. This is important. I just told you some questions are simple, factual. It may be consisting of word, but instead of writing answer in just only one word, you have to write the complete sentence. Okay, don't copy the lines from the passage as they are. That you people have to avoid. I just told you की क्वेश्चन मधले कीवर्ड शोधायचे, पॅराग्राफ मध्ये कीवर्ड्स कुठे दिसत आहेत ते शोधायचं आणि त्याच्या मागची लाईन, पुढची लाईन आणि ती लाईन अशा 3 लाईन्स लिहायचे. कुठेतरी आन्सर सापडतं. That has to be avoided. Okay, so you just try to find out what is exact answer for this question, and then you just write that answer only. Sometimes you can write it in your own words also. Okay, so this way you people can practice this reading comprehension, and you can follow this on internet. You will get plenty of exercise for this. In notes they are very limited, and don't rely on that. They are just to know you what kind of questions can be there. There is difficulty level is not there at all. There may be for the fifth standard, 8th standard students difficulty level is there. So now you are expecting, or I will tell you, you should not expect this kind of difficulty level. Rather than difficulty level will be more when you people face any kind of such reading comprehension questions in the future. So difficulty level will be more. So accordingly you prepare. So that was all about reading comprehension. So do you have any questions here about reading comprehension? कुणाला काही क्वेश्चन्स आहेत का फ्रॉम ऑनलाईन? काही कळते का, काही कळत नाहीये? ओके, देयर इज नो रिप्लाय फ्रॉम ऑनलाईन. आवाज तर येतोय का? इज इट ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir. येतोय.
Yes, sir.
Fine, then there is no difficulty. So let's close this here. So unit number 4 is that much only. Examples, you just practice it. So what will people will do now? The last unit only. So because for second unit we could not give more time, but that's okay. We'll go for last unit number, that is unit number 5. So what is name of unit number 5?
Writing practices.
Yes. So writing practices first. Okay, that is the name of unit number 5. So far we people have finished almost 4 units. So can you tell me what was the unit number 1?
English grammar.
English grammar. Okay, so you'll come to know that is important, that is required, because if you want to use any language, grammar is important, because this is not our first language. In case of Marathi, we people need not to learn grammar. Why? Because this is our first language, and we people can, from surrounding, from environment, we people learn grammar. Separately grammar is not required to learn. But as far as English is our second language or third language. So therefore, we cannot pick up it from our surroundings, because nobody around us, they're speaking in English. So therefore, we have to learn grammar. So here we done with all parts of speech. Then here also we talked about that tenses, then redundancies and all those factors. Then unit number 2, it was all about, what was it?
Vocabulary.
So again, this is important. Why this is important? You just try to understand that when we people try to speak English, the many students face the problem. काय अडचण येते तर त्यांना शब्दच आठवत नाहीत, शब्द सुचत नाहीत, शब्द मिळतच नाहीयेत. म्हणजे डोक्यामध्ये आहे काय म्हणायचं हे माहिती आहे सगळं, पण ते इंग्लिश मध्ये बोलताना ते इंग्लिश मधला शब्दच आठवत नाही किंवा कळत नाही किंवा त्यावेळेसला आठवत नाही, नंतर कदाचित आठवत पण असेल. So this is problem of vocabulary. So we wanted to improve our vocabulary. So how to improve vocabulary apart from this content given here? Synonyms, antonyms आणि prefix suffix सोडून अजून काय काय करू शकतो आपण vocabulary वाढवण्यासाठी?
Remaining words.
Okay, you need to use or find out new words. नवीन शब्द शोधले पाहिजेत तुम्ही. ते कुठून? तुमच्या ज्या रीडिंग मधून, जे तुम्ही न्यूजपेपर वाचणार आहे किंवा जे काय असेल तुमचं रीडिंग, तर त्या केसमध्ये तुम्ही काय करणार आहात, जे नवीन आलेले शब्द किंवा डिफिकल्ट शब्द आहेत, यू हॅव टू राईट देम इन इन युअर नोटबुक. एखादं सेपरेट नोटबुक, रफ नोटबुक करायचं याच्यासाठी. ओके, सो आय होप दॅट यू पीपल विल डू इट व्हॉलंटरीली. म्हणजे असं गरज नाही पडली पाहिजे की चेक करा, चेक केलं तरच आपण करणार असं नाहीये. नाऊ यू आर नॉट स्टुडंट्स आहात, पण नॉट अ स्टुडंट्स ऑफ 10th स्टँडर्ड और 12th स्टँडर्ड, की शिक्षकांनी सांगितलं तरच करायचं, नाहीतर मग काय आम्हाला काही गरज नाहीये. हिन्सफोर्थ एव्हरीथिंग इज फॉर यू. गरज फक्त तुम्हालाच. आता शिक्षकांना काहीच गरज नाहीये, तुम्हाला गरज आहे का? इफ यू डू दिस देन यू विल गेट बेनिफिटेड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस. सो यू मेक अ सेपरेट नोटबुक आणि त्यामध्ये कमीत कमी 5, जास्तीत जास्त यू कॅन राईट मोर. 5 शब्द तरी नवीन लिहिलेच पाहिजेत आणि त्याचा अर्थ पण लिहायचा. अर्थ लिहिताना काय करायचंय, यू हॅव टू यूज डिक्शनरी इंग्लिश टू इंग्लिश डिक्शनरी, मराठी डिक्शनरीचा वापर फार कमी करायचा, एखाद्याच वेळेस करायचा. जर काहीच कळत नसेल, इंग्लिशचा इंग्लिश मधून अर्थच कळत नसेल, तर अगेन त्या इंग्लिश अर्थाचा अजून इंग्लिश मधूनच अर्थ शोधायचा. असंच करत जायचं जोपर्यंत तुम्हाला कळत नाही. आणि सगळ्यात शेवटी काही कळतच नसेल तर त्या केसमध्येच फक्त you can refer to Marathi meaning or Marathi dictionary. Otherwise, English to English dictionary, you people have to refer. That you people can do. And again, you try to use these words in sentences. फक्त अर्थ माहिती करून घेतला इतकंच नाहीये, तर त्या शब्दापासून मला वाक्य तयार करता येतंय का? जर येत असेल तर which kind of sentences I can make हे सुद्धा बघायचंय. अशाने you people can improve your English communication better and faster also. तर हे तुम्ही गोष्टी करू शकता. त्याच्या व्यतिरिक्त आणखी जे काही सिनॉनिम्स अँटोनिम्स तर आहेतच. एक शब्द आहे तर त्याचा सिनॉनिम वगैरे डिक्शनरी मध्ये दिलेलं असतं, खाली सिनॉनिमचे एंट्री असतात किंवा अँटोनिम्स असतात, तर ते सुद्धा शोधून ठेवण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. सो यू मेक सेपरेट एफर्ट्स फॉर व्होकॅब्युलरी, इन्क्रीजिंग युअर व्होकॅब्युलरी. देन युनिट नंबर 3 इट वॉज अबाउट व्हॉट?
Oral communication.
So with the help of your English grammar and vocabulary, you people need to work on this. Oral communication, I just spoke in the beginning of this lecture only. I spoke about oral communication, how, why, and that things which you people are required to do at workplace. म्हणजे तुमचं ग्रॅज्युएशन पर्यंत तुम्हाला कोणी विचारणार नाही तुम्हाला इंग्लिश येते का, तुम्ही बोलताय का, that doesn't matter. But when you people are looking for a job, they'll think so your communication skills. Maybe after second year you do not have even subject also. Then even then also they will give more importance to this communication, English communication. इथं सुद्धा परत हे सब्जेक्ट आहे म्हणूनच अभ्यास करायचा असं करायचं नाही. यू टू थिंक की एक सेपरेट तुम्हाला एक करिक्युलम, एक सब्जेक्ट कसा आपण एक वर्षभर अभ्यास करतो असं 3 वर्ष हा सब्जेक्ट आहे असं कन्सिडर करायचं. कोणीही विचारलं तर हा सब्जेक्ट हा इन्क्लूड करायचा, आपण स्वतःहून करायचा आणि ह्याच्यावर अभ्यास दररोज नियमितपणे याच्यासाठी 5 मिनिट 10 मिनिट 15 मिनिट एक तास तुम्हाला द्यायचा आहे. तर वर्क ऑन युअर ओरल कम्युनिकेशन. बाकी सगळं इंग्लिश ग्रामर केलं, व्होकॅब्युलरी केली, सगळं केलं, पण इंग्लिशमध्ये बोललो मात्र कधीच नाहीये, तर दॅट इज नॉट ओके. सो स्टार्ट स्पीकिंग इन इंग्लिश ऑन डिफरंट ऑकेजन्स. ज्या वेगवेगळ्या कॉम्पिटिशन असतात, स्पीच कॉम्पिटिशन किंवा तुम्ही पुढे जाल तर तो अँकरिंग आलं किंवा काय आलं, whenever you are getting an opportunity to speak in English, always come ahead. बरीचशी मुलं काय करतात, इंग्लिश मध्ये बोलायचंय मला येतच नाहीये म्हणून मागं राहतात किंवा स्पीच मध्ये वगैरे भाग घेत नाही. हिअर वी आर नॉट फॉर गेटिंग प्राइज, मला फर्स्ट प्राइज मिळालं पाहिजे असं नाहीये. तर आय जस्ट वॉन्टेड टू पार्टिसिपेट, मला त्यामध्ये सहभागी व्हायचंय. अँड आय वॉन्टेड टू ट्राय स्पीक इंग्लिश, आय वॉन्टेड ट्राय टू स्पीक इंग्लिश, इम्प्रूव्ह माय इंग्लिश. त्यामुळं डोंट हेजिटेट. मिस्टेक्स झाले किंवा काय झालं या गोष्टी दे आर नॉट फॉर अस. We will learn it. So take note of this. Then we just spoke about unit number 4. It was reading comprehension. I just told you reading is equally important. Okay, and here now we are having writing practices. Writing practices first. So why it is first? Because in second semester also you are going to have some writing practices. So first is here, in second semester you are having writing practices second. Okay, so in this writing practices, you people need to understand that what we people have just spoke about language skills. So there are 4 language skills. Which 4 language skills I have told you? Do you remember anything?
Reading.
You should begin with listening always. Then speaking. So this is with proper sequence. You cannot go directly for reading, okay? You cannot go for writing. You cannot go for speaking. First of all, listening. Then you go for speaking. Then go for reading and writing, okay? Why? If you want to learn any language, forget about English. If you want to learn Japanese, if you want to learn German, French, Chinese, any other language you want to learn, if you follow this sequence, you will learn it easily. How? You can compare your mother tongue. So when you learn your mother tongue, you did not find any difficulties because while learning mother tongue, we followed this. So what happened in case of mother tongue? First two skills takes place. When a child is there, so child keeps listening. Since its birth, child keeps listening. Maybe there are number of other family members relatives, neighbors, they're talking in Marathi, and that child keeps listening. So when that child becomes of 1 year, 2 year, then that child starts speaking. So small words, sentences, so that kind of way that child starts speaking. So these are the two skills that first of all we have to focus if you want to learn a language. So in case of English also, you can change your focus now. So you should spend maximum time in what? Listening and speaking. When that child becomes of 4 years, 5 years, or 6 years, then that child goes to school, and there that child learns reading and writing. Okay, but here in case of English, we are doing in a reverse way. First of all, we are focusing on reading and writing, and we are neglecting listening and speaking. Okay, so if you want to improve your English, listen maximum, speak maximum. This way you people can focus. So therefore, right now here we are with this skill writing. So writing is also equally important. If you just wanted to think, or if you consider your job scenario, there also you people are expected to write so many things. So as a student, you are only writing. What do you write as a student? You just write assignments, journals, practicals, notebooks, notes, etc. But that is not writing at all. You are just copying. You're taking someone's notebook, maybe your friend's notebook, you're copying as it is. There is no any use of brain that you're doing. Okay, maybe teachers provide notes, you people copy notes provided by the teachers as it is. Okay, so that is not writing at all. So here I'm expecting writing which is creative writing, imaginative writing. So here what you people can think, as far as this unit number 5 is concerned, that is all about professional writing, okay, or formal writing. But additionally, paragraph writing and all those things you people can include here. There is paragraph writing in this writing practices, but you try to use, you can, apart from what content given here in syllabus, काय काय लिहू शकता आपल्याला दिलेल्या सिलेबसच्या व्यतिरिक्त काय काय लिहिता येऊ शकतं आपल्याला? Diary. Can you write diaries? We do not write, nobody writes diary, but you can decide. Start writing diary in English. How was your day? How do you spend your day throughout? So the people whom you meet, what interaction you had with them, any maybe particular memorable incidents that you try to record in your writing, so that you people can do. Apart from that, paragraph writing and essay writing is there in the syllabus, so that you can follow. So when you complete your graduation, then when you people look for a job, first thing that you should have with you, that will be of your resume. So what is resume? Or biodata? What is biodata? लग्न वगैरे जमवायचं असेल तर बायोडेटा मागून, मुलाचा बायोडेटा, मुलीचा बायोडेटा, तो बायोडेटा. That is also biodata, but that is for another purpose. Here also there is difference between biodata, resume, and CV is there, curriculum vitae. So these are three different things, but here we'll look for resume. So you people are expected to prepare your own resume that involves here in writing skills. So what is resume? Resume is all about your own information. First of all, your name, your address, contact number, email ID, etc. Then your career objective, in which domain and why do you want to start your job career, that will come under your career objective. Then your educational qualification, online students, is it audible? Are you paying
Yes,
attention?
sir.
Let me check someone randomly. I will ask Ganesh Bagal, roll number 13. Is it audible, Ganesh? See, he is not attentive, he is not paying attention. Let's ask Srishti, roll number 28. See, students are not attentive, online students are not attentive. Then 35, Vittal. Then roll number 56, Omkar.
Yes, sir.
Roll number 63, Amit.
Yes, sir.
So pay attention. Okay, so I was talking about you should be ready with your resume. Then second thing comes that you have to be ready with your job application letter. You are expected to write job application. Okay, as far as college placements are concerned, here you do not expect to write job application letter, but imagine that you saw one advertisement in newspaper and you wanted to apply for that post. In that case, you have to be ready with your job application letter. So that is also part of writing. Then apart from that, once you get selected in company, there a lot of written communication is there. So you may come across with different letter writings that you people are going to see here in 5.1. That is all about business letters. So you have to write different letters, including or depending upon the purpose in which department you are working. Based on that, you people have to write different letters. Then again, notices, meetings are there. Then memos are there. So different documentation process are there. Office correspondence is there that you people have to be familiar with it. So for that purpose, our writing has to be good. And so when we think of writing, here you people have to be clear with these 2 or 3 things. First of all, here your accuracy. So what do you mean by accuracy? Correctness. Okay, so whatever you write, it has to be correct. While speaking, if you make any mistake, that will be okay, because minor mistakes are okay in communication, oral communication, but in writing they are not allowed. Why? Because writing is always there and it can be easily pointed out. The written form मध्ये असताना they are always, it is a kind of document. त्यामुळे in writing you are not allowed to make mistakes. बोलताना minor mistakes झाले तर they can be neglected. पण written मध्ये you are not allowed to make mistakes. So accuracy, people have to check accuracy in terms of your grammar. So you cannot make mistakes of grammar, that you people have to take care. Here you are expected to be perfect. Then next thing, spelling of the words. Many of the times we have common experience that we know the word, we know the meaning also, but we are not sure about the spelling of the word. For example, I will ask you, what is spelling of bouquet? Will tell me spelling of bouquet. Is it like this, bouquet?
No, sir.
Then spelling of Q. Is it like this, Q?
Next.
Then tell me correct.
BOUQUET.
Okay, BOUQUET, QUE. That is Q. Okay, so there are some words in English. They may be pronounced different and spelling is different. So in case of English, you take care of spelling also, and that has to be avoided. Then next thing in writing that you people have to take care, that is about punctuation. So you should be having knowledge of punctuation marks, all punctuation marks, full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, and question mark, exclamatory mark. All those things are required and you should use them properly. So that is expected, punctuation marks. So apart from that, if it is handwritten, then your handwriting. And if it is computerized, then you should have knowledge of formatting, font size, then page setup. So there are different things. You might have studied in CCC or MSIT somewhere. So that formatting you should know. So that things are required when you people are going to write some documents. Okay, so with this, let's begin for this, that business letters. 5.1 is here, and that is dealing with business letters. So I just told you people that when you people start your job, so that time these things are there. Right now, nobody will ask you that to write any kind of letters, because you're not expected to write any kind of letters right now. Okay. So what is she writing? What is this? Are you copying from this? Copying from slides? Then which notebook is this? UHV? So is it lecture of UHV? Then I just told you that I think before few minutes only, concentration, how much concentration is required, and depending upon that. So you're paying, whether you're paying attention to the class or what you're writing that. If attention getting divided, you cannot do that better or this also. So here एकनाथ धड भारावर चिंध्या हे मन आपल्याला लागू पडते इथं. So you should avoid these things. So whatever lecture is going on, you try to think of this. And for writing also, do not try to copy from slides because everything is there in notes. And these PPTs are also from that notes only. So there is no different content is there. Okay, so avoid such things in the future also. So this business letters, when you start working or you become a manager in a company, in such a case, you people have to take care that there is a business situation. So what that business situation, all those things, how much time is this? Let's 5 minutes are there. So within that, maybe in next session, we'll try to talk. So what is business in fact? So you people may be working for your company. Your company may be manufacturing some goods. Let's take an example that your company may be having production of pens. Okay. So if these pens, so there is some purpose behind this. So when they manufacture pens, they wanted to earn profit, money from that. So what they will do, they will sell these pens to some other distributors. Distributors may be having some suppliers, maybe some customers. So there is a kind of chain. So for production of this pen, some things are required. So what things are required? There may be some electricity, maybe water, maybe some raw material, maybe plastic, maybe some, there are a number of things which are required. Okay, and again there is marketing, again there is some kind of research development, and all those things are going on. So working of a company involves a lot of things there. And if you're a manager in that company, suppose that you wanted to sell pens to some of the other organizations, so you may expect it to write later for sending your sample pens. Maybe sometimes you are again in need of some raw material. Let's say you wanted to order some computers, you require some computers to work in your company. So how you are going to order those computers? Maybe another scenario can be there. Suppose that you ordered computers, but whatever computers that you order, out of that some computers are missing, or they are faulty, they're defective, they're not working properly. In such case, you're going to write complaint letters. So these are different types of letters. Okay, so that different types of letters, or everything we'll discuss it in the next lecture. Okay, so here we'll take attendance and we'll stop here. Any questions here? Online students, काही प्रश्न असतील तर विचारा.
No, sir.
Then we'll go for attendance. Roll number 1, 4, 5, 6, 8, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, 27, 32. Who is 32? 33, 36, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 49, 53, 54, 55, 57, 60, 62, 63. So option numbers 5, 14, 42, 49, 54 and 63. 14, 1 4. So I said 14. So all right, so with this we'll stop here. So I will end this meeting for online students.